Hello, listeners. My name is Ian Outkirk, and I'm a training facilitator in management as well as customer care. In this lesson, we'll be looking at the putting together of a strategic plan in strategic and performance management. A strategic plan must address incompetence in all areas identified for improvement. At the other end of the scale, behavior that improves performance should be rewarded. All levels of management connected to areas for improvement should be considered for contributions to the plan. The plan must be monitored by setting competency standards for key personnel to follow. All inputs and existing company policy, as well as procedure changes, must be documented with the introduction of some form of change management plan, which would outline performance management activities to improve and streamline operations. I would now give a general idea on the preparation and layout of a strategic plan. 1. The CEO, Managing Director or Chairman of the Board or a combination should determine what is working well for the company and what is not. When this is done, certain priorities will have to be set. Of course, stakeholders should be given opportunity to make contributions for possible usage. 2. A planning group composed of the senior management team should define the outcomes they hope to achieve from the process and rationales for changes. The planning horizon should be defined. 3. The strategic planning process should be defined and communicated broadly using a flowchart. Agreement on the engagement of major stakeholders such as unions, the board of directors, should be decided on before the process begins in earnest. 4. The planning group should focus on the purpose statement of the organization and its core values. Purpose defines what the organization will and will not do. Core values define the things that are essential to the organization's success. 5. You need to define the vision at this stage and ask the question, where does the organization want to be in 5 or more years? Repeat step 4 until the planning group has a strong definition of the organization's purpose, core values, and vision statement, the strategic focus. This may require several meetings. 6. The planning group should focus on the areas where the organization needs to move the farthest in order that the purpose, core values, and vision are sustained and achieved. Remember that when goals are set and achieved, they are a great contribution to the advancement of the organization. 7. Performance objectives should be assigned to each value and each goal. Performance monitoring frequency and the system should be defined. The frequency may be monthly, quarterly, semi-annually, or annually. Financial targets, such as revenues, expenses, and profits, should be developed for each year of the plan. 8. The plan should communicate all the elements described above. Some background history may be appropriate with the inclusion of high-level financials. The plan should be broadly communicated in draft to an agreed set of staff for comment and reviewed prior to being adopted. 9. The senior level management team and the board should monitor the performance targets attached to each element of the plan on a frequency defined in the plan. Of special note Each section of an organization should have its own business plan to support the main strategic plan. The planning thus cascades from the senior, most level outward to the front lines until everyone has been engaged in some aspect of planning. Each unit's plan should have its own performance management system tied to the overall plan. This brings an end to my second podcast on strategic management. In my next podcast on strategic management, I will be looking at the layout of a plan, and thanks for listening.